a super good day. It's transfer day, and I have so many good things to share with you guys. So I'm going to get cracking so that I can stay within a reasonable time. We arrived at the office at just before 8:45 for our 8:45 appointment. We were actually the only transfer today, so we're special. And everything went very smoothly. Everybody was very nice, and they were chatty, and they explained everything, and so it was just a really good experience. Hubby was pretty tired because he works overnight, so he works 11 p to 7 a.m. in the morning, and so he just stayed up and joined me through the process. And so poor thing, but everything went very, very well, and they gave me the rundown of what we have embryo wise, and what we're looking at. So all they're concerned about now was what they're putting back and what's potential to freeze, and the total number there was 5. So we have one that was 3AA in the grading system. And after I run through this, I'm going to go through the grading system because I know a lot of people don't understand that. So I did a little research, and I'm going to explain the grading system a little bit. But one was 3AA, and that's the one that they transferred. And then there were 2 that were, they didn't give me the grade for that, but they said they were looking really good too. And those ones, they were definitely going to freeze. And then there were 2 more that they were going to observe for 1 more day and determine if they're going to freeze them. So that's it. So the grading system, forgive me, I'm going to look down a little bit because I wrote down a lot because there's a lot to it. So from what I understand, there's a lot of different clinics that do a lot of different things with their grading system as far as day 3. Day 5 blastocyst transfer usually is graded by the Gardner method, but day 3 varies. However, this seems to be the most common one. So day 3 is when your embryo is in the cleaving or the cleavage stage, and that's when the cells are dividing, and it's typically 6 to 10 cells by this stage. Usually they're graded by the number of cells and given a score of 1 to 4 based on their quality, and I'll break down the 1 to 4 and what they're looking for with the quality. So 1 is the cells are equal in size and there's no fragmentation. Now, I know you're saying, what the heck is fragmentation? So fragmentation is when a small portion of cytoplasm from the inside of the cell breaks off and forms a bleb, which they call a fragment. It doesn't contain any nuclei, but it does have cytoplasm that's needed for proper development of the embryo. So you want as little fragment as you can have. So 1 has equal cells and no fragmentation, so that looks great. 2 is the equal cells and there's minor to moderate fragmentation. 3 and 4 is the areas you want to try to, well, you can't really do anything about it, but you really aren't looking too forward to. The cells are not equal, and there is none to moderate fragmentation, and that's 3. 4 is the cells are equal or not equal, but there's moderate to heavy fragmentation, and those are almost not even considered for implantation or transfer. So now we're moving on to day 5 blastocyst grading. So the embryos at this stage should have outgrown the zona pellucida, which is the shell that's around the embryo. They expand and they thin the zona pellucida to prepare for hatching and then implantation. It's made up of the inner cell mass, or the ICM, which is a ball of cells that will become the fetus, and the trophectoderm epithelium, which is shortened and called the trophectoderm, and that goes on to make needed tissues like the placenta. So then day 5 blastocysts are graded on expansion, ICM, and TE, or the trophectoderm. So with expansion, you have your numbers, which is 1, which is an early blastocyst. And that's when the blastocele fills greater than half of the embryo, but there's no expansion in size. 2 is the blastocyst, and that's when the blastocele fills greater than half of the embryo, but there's slight expansion and notable thinning of the zona pellucida. 3 is a full blastocyst, and that's when the blastocele fills more than half of the embryo, but it's fully enlarged and there's a very thin zona pellucida. 4 is a hatching blastocele or blastocyst, and that's when the trophectoderm has started to break through the zona pellucida. So you'll see a little herniation of the trophectoderm through the zona pellucida. 5 is the fully hatched blastocyst, and that's when the blastocele completely is free from the zona pellucida. So it is shellless. It is totally ready for hatching, and I don't even know if they let it get that far. I'm not sure how that goes. But moving on to the inner cell mass grading, and that's ABCD. A is tightly compacted cells. B is large loose cells. C is no inner cell mass distinguishable, so they can't even find it. And D is they can find it, but the cells are degenerative, so that's not ideal. So of course you're looking for A's. So for the trophectoderm, you are looking for ABCD as well. A is there's many healthy cells from cohesive epithelium. They're all clumped together nicely. B is there's a few large healthy cells, which is still pretty good. C is poor, unevenly distributed cells, so they're not even working together that well. And D is that they're just degenerative. They're not looking good. So today the embryo that we placed back, or the blastocyst that we placed back, was a 3AA. So it was a full blastocyst with tightly compacted cells and many healthy cells that form a cohesive epithelium. So I'm very happy about that. So moving on, because that was pretty long. Here is a picture of the, let's see if I can flip it. I can't even flip it. Okay. So here we go. A picture of the transfer. Oh, and I can't even point. So there's a little bright spot in the middle. That is the catheter. And in front of that bright spot is a small dark spot. And that small dark spot is the air bubble that was injected along with the embryo. So that's that. I'll shoot a picture up anyway, just so you can get a clearer picture. Other than that, what's most exciting to me, well, I mean, all of it's really exciting, but I spoke before about the study that I was in where they monitored the embryo's development from when they get it from me and, you know, meet it or place my husband's sperm in it. They video it they take a picture of it every 5 minutes from that time until literally the last video was before, or the last picture was before he prepared it for transfer. So I'll shoot the picture up, but there's a picture of 4 pictures that they took along the journey. But after that, I will include a video, which is awesome. So I'm really excited about that. So I am doing great. I'm just taking it easy today and going with the flow and enjoying the idea that I'm pregnant until proven otherwise. So, I mean, I'm grateful to God. This is awesome. And I'm now in my 2-week wait. They have scheduled me to do my first beta or pregnancy test December 24th, Christmas Eve. So we'll find out then. But, you know, I'll update you guys in between on anything that I'm experiencing or anything new that I have learned. So enjoy the video. I hope this has been helpful. And Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Also, congratulations to Blessed Wife '08. I know she had her transfer today and it went smoothly. So, I'm so glad to hear that. All right, that's it. So, talk to you later.